Hello friends, and once again, welcome back to our channel. This video is all about our day 3 tour in Paris. Now, if you're here after watching a previous video, that is our day 2 in Paris, then I'm sure you would be aware that we were scammed in Paris. Yes, our wallet with passports and other important documents were stolen while we were traveling in a Paris bus. Oh yes, that was a real fearful experience and we were totally screwed up. Eventually, we searched around the premises of the Tour Eiffel bus stop where we had got down from the bus. But as it was getting dark and we did not want to take the risk, so we directly walked towards the nearest police station. And from there, we got to know that this was very common here, and the officials were not much surprised. Immediately, they gave us a form to fill in the details and asked us to visit the embassy of our country of origin with this document. As it was already past 10 p.m., we left to our apartment with hopes to get some positive outlook the next day. Miraculously, by the grace of God, we found a mail in our inbox from an unknown person telling us that they have our wallet with the documents. They had also texted us asking for a proof of identity. It was around 6 a.m. in the morning. We contacted them and found that it was a lady who had found a passport from the roadside the previous night. Then we fixed a place and a time to meet up and get back our documents. And now we are on our way to collect our wallet and our documents. Happily, she handed over our wallet and told us to be very careful as this was very common in Paris and people are not really fortunate to get it back like us. So that was a real miracle of the day, and with happy hearts and thankful lips, we said a goodbye to her. We then walked towards our next plan for the day, as today was the day we had done bookings for visiting and touring the Eiffel Tower. It was kinda a rainy day, but that did not seem to affect anyone, and there were a lot of tourists in the premises of Eiffel Tower. Though we had a stressful time previously, but now standing right in front of Eiffel Tower is like a dream come true. We soon headed towards the entrance area to find our guide, and without much delay, we also joined a group of 10 to 15 people and a guide who were also with the same bookings and schedules just like ours. Now, initially, the guide gave us some informations and instructions and explained to us the procedures of getting inside the Eiffel Tower. After the security check-in, we were directed towards the entry to the Eiffel Tower. Guided tours are really helpful as we get fast access or skip the line. Now, the Eiffel Tower has got 3 levels. With our tickets, we also had access to the level 1 of Eiffel Tower, but since due to lack of time, we just skipped the level 1. So our first ascent was to level 2 of the Eiffel Tower. We got into the elevator with our guide and our group. And this is how we ascended the great Eiffel Tower. As the elevator stopped, we reached the observation deck at level 2 of the Eiffel Tower. And that was really quick to be standing at level 2 of Eiffel Tower. So this was a guide here. She gathered all the members of a group and briefed us about the amazing facts of Eiffel Tower.
Take yellow stairs, get to the lower level, and continue over there. If you want to go to the top, you can go to the top right away. There's no one to. All right. So who's staying for the tour? Everyone staying for the tour? Okay, guys. All right.
Now, as you know, Eiffel Tower is one of the most iconic landmarks in the world and is located in Paris. The tower was designed by a French engineer, Gustave Eiffel, and built between the years 1887 and 1889 and officially inaugurated on 31st March 1889. Millions of tourists from around the world visit this place each year. Now, separate tickets are available to visit each of the levels, and you can also opt for guided tours or group tours. The Eiffel Tower is completely made of iron and is illuminated by thousands of twinkling lights at night, creating a spectacular night show every day. The view from here is really stunning. The city of Paris, with its wonderful landmarks, are lying right in front of us. Lots of people were seen enjoying this spectacular view around, and we too had an amazing time out here. From this level too, we climbed few steps up to reach an open deck. There were also some telescopes available for visitors to have a closer and detailed view of the cityscape. As we had taken two separate tickets, one with a guided tour to level 2 of Eiffel Tower and another to the top of Eiffel Tower. After spending some time here in level 2, we took leave from our guide and went to explore the top of Eiffel Tower by ourselves. And from this level, we joined the queue for ascending to the next level, that is to the top of Eiffel Tower. Now again, there was a security check-in for those who were ascending to the top of Eiffel Tower. Just finishing the security measures, we were directed towards the elevator for reaching the summit. As there were a lot of people, we were waiting in batches for our turn to the elevator. Very soon, the elevator took us to the top of Eiffel Tower. And now we are reaching the topmost level, the highest accessible platform of the Eiffel Tower for visitors, which is located 276 meters above the ground level. Unlike the level 2, this level is fully enclosed for security reasons, but the view from the top was beyond imagination. The observation deck here gives an amazing 360-degree view of the city of Paris. So here's for you a glimpse of Paris from the top of Eiffel Tower.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
Anyone with valid tickets can reach the top of Eiffel Tower. Though tickets are available online as well as on site, but it's always advisable to come here with prior bookings if you want a tour to the top of Eiffel Tower. The top deck here does not have much space like the other levels, so to prevent the rush and crowding, only few visitors are allowed at a time. It was really cold up here and the wind added to it, but the view from here is a must to experience if you're visiting the Eiffel Tower. After spending a good time here, we climbed downstairs and took some pictures and clips. And yes, here is that for you to watch. At this deck, we also could see the apartment of Gustav Eiffel in wax. As I said before, the first and the second levels are said to have wonderful shops and restaurants and provides a breathtaking view of the city, while the third level of Eiffel Tower, that is the top of Eiffel Tower, is not to be missed as it gives a real panoramic view of the whole of Paris. Here in this level 3 of the Eiffel Tower, you can also find a souvenir coin machine from which you could collect coins with the Eiffel Tower printed on them. And this is actually a memory to keep with. As we had spent few hours inside the Eiffel Tower, then we thought to descend down, since we also had other plans for the day. Just like the ascent up, the descent down in the elevator was again lovely to watch. The elevator had a stop at level 2 for those people who wanted to visit the level 2, and then it again descended downwards to the ground level. And reaching the ground level, our tour of the Eiffel Tower ended pretty well. This was actually a lifetime experience for us, and we had gathered lots of memories to cherish. And coming out of the Eiffel Tower, we had a walk along the small lake and a beautiful park. We relaxed for a while, took pictures, created memories, and then, as it started to drizzle, we hurried off to our next destination. Walking along the foot of Eiffel Tower, we came to the roadway, and to our surprise, we spotted the proud Indian national flag fluttering in the air, and that too just opposite the Eiffel Tower. Since we had a scheduled booking to visit the Paris Aquarium, with the help of Google Map, we found our way to the aquarium, and that was quite near to the Eiffel Tower. This aquarium is one of the oldest and the most visited aquarium in Paris. We had done booking online from their official website, and so it was quite easy to get in without standing in the line. There are different kinds of tickets and passes available with guided or group tours as well. It is always good to book prior tickets as it often allows to skip the line or avoid the large crowd. It has a lot of varieties of exotic sea creatures and ornamental fishes. Though we had already visited the underwater aquarium and the Lost Chambers Aquarium Dubai, here we found some rare and exciting species of marine life. They also have interactive sessions, educational programs, and even live feeding sessions. The whole of the aquarium could be easily toured in less than 2 hours. And since it's very close to the Eiffel Tower, it's a place worth to visit without much effort. And here are some exclusive clips for you to watch and enjoy with us. We also had a good time in live feeding of fishes, and that was fun. Restaurants and gift shops are also available inside for tourists to have a good catch of gifts and souvenirs to carry back home. Then, after spending some good time in the aquarium, we thought to proceed to our next activity for the day. Walking out, we got to see a mild sunshine, and the weather seemed pretty good for our most awaited part of the day. We then walked towards the Tower Eiffel bus stop near the Eiffel Tower, which was from where we were to board in the big bus for a city ride. Soon, a big bus arrived. We got in the bus and climbed to the top space to have the best view of the city of Paris on this big bus tour. Here again, we already had our tickets with a 1 day tour of the city of Paris. Very soon, the ride began, and this is how it looked like. We started from the Tower Eiffel stop, and so we planned for a one whole ride of the city starting from the Tower Eiffel stop. And if we want to get down at any point in between, then that's also possible, and we could again hop on another bus anytime later. Live commentary and audio guides are also available, and this gives a good information on reaching a particular landmark, explaining the history, culture, and points of interest. During our ride, we passed through attractions like Louvre Museum, Notre Dame Cathedral, Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe, Eiffel Tower, and many more. The big bus also has day and night city tours, and I think it's best way to explore the whole city of Paris.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop.
Travelers were hopping on and off the bus at various landmarks of the city, though we decided to continue the whole trip and get down in the same Tour Eiffel stop from where we began the travel. The Big Bus Tour is a very popular activity here, as it allows travelers to hop on and off at any time to explore the key landmarks and attractions at one's own pace. I tell you, booking tickets online and scheduling each activities in advance is actually a very good thing to save time from standing in line and also sometimes running out of tickets at some point.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings, as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
But all of a sudden, it began to rain, and we had to move down to the inside of the bus. Luckily, it was towards the end of the tour, as we were more happy seated up. And that was a tour of about 2 hours. And we reached back to the same point from where we started. That is the Tour Eiffel stop just in front of the Eiffel Tower. Actually, we chose to come back to the same point, firstly because our next activity for the day was a boat cruise, and that too was also stationed somewhere nearby the Eiffel Tower. We then crossed the roadway and came to the bank of Seine River, from where the boat cruise begins. Even though we had the online tickets, here we had to collect the printed pass for the boat cruise, and we got that done from the ticket counters without much hassle. We were actually right in time for a boat which was already boarding the passengers. Now, this is how our cruise boat looked from inside. It had a good restaurant and a mini bar and some recreational activities as well, and an ample space for passengers to sit and relax and enjoy. This time also, we opted for the top open deck for a better view and experience, and I feel this is the best. And without delay, once the boarding was done, the boat cruise began in time. Different types of cruises are available, like the daytime cruise, nighttime cruise, dinner cruise, but I think most people opt for the evening cruises because that's here we get to see the sunset also, and the view is remarkably amazing. Live commentary and audio guides are also available in different languages.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings, as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running.
We had a good time snacking and sightseeing in the boat along the Seine River. During our initial days of preparing for this trip back at home, we were always looking forward for this boat cruise in the Seine River, as it is a delightful way to watch the iconic landmarks in the city, and this experience is really awesome. And so here are some amazing view of the Seine River just exclusively for you to watch. Also, there are cruises with shorter and longer trips, which you can choose according to your time schedules. This was a 2-hour boat cruise, sailing along the Seine River for 1 hour and again making a U turn to reach back to the same place. During this boat cruise, we could also see different angles of Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame Cathedral, Musée d'Orsay, and many more passing along our way. After a boating of about 1 hour, our boat took a U turn and started to sail back to our starting point. Today, the climate was really unpredicted and could see clouds building up again in the sky. Though we all wished to stay up in the deck till the end, the rains forced us to go downstairs. And of course, that too was pretty good, but we just loved being on the deck. After a while, we soon approached the end point, and we could spot the Eiffel Tower getting closer. It was a real fun time doing this boat cruise in the Seine River, and is of course a not to miss activity being in Paris. The Eiffel Tower, the more you look at it, the more you fall in love with it. And so, here are some unique view of Eiffel Tower just for you from the Seine River. Very soon, our boat halted and everyone began to move out in different ways to explore Paris. Now, if you're watching us for the first time, then I would like to brief out that this video is all about our second day tour in Paris and the fun time we had. And if you would like to watch the activities of our first day in Paris and know about the places we visited, then please do check the video of our day 1 in Paris. Of course, you can get the link to that in the description and in the I button. I'm also adding the playlist of a Paris tour in the I button. Please do check out and tell us how it was. Then coming out, we walked towards the foot of Eiffel Tower, where a fest called Village Eiffel was all lit up. This was a cool place with many stalls, food counters, and wine parlors with lots of people enjoying the vibe. We just walked along, visiting the stalls and purchasing some souvenirs, and thinking of what to do next, as it was only past 7 pm, and at the same time, today was also the day scheduled for witnessing the night view of Eiffel Tower with the sparkling lights. So, this was all our second day tour in Paris. I hope you had a good time watching and virtually enjoying with us. In fact, today was a day little loaded with activities, and that was because we had a bad time getting roped in Paris on the first day itself, and some of our plans were shattered, but we did not want to miss them. As the first sparkle begins only at 9 pm, we thought to buy some food and have dinner while we wait. Yes, after having food and relaxing for some time, we walked towards the best viewpoints of Eiffel Tower. to have a good glance of the sparkling lights. And exactly at 9 pm, the Eiffel Tower lit up with amazing array of lights, and that was really spectacular to watch. The sparkling happens for 5 minutes every hour from 9 pm onwards, and people flood in all directions just to witness this. Although it was really cold and windy, but the beauty of Eiffel Tower was heartwarming. So that's how we spent our second day in Paris. And soon we retired back to our apartment as we badly needed some rest. I just loved capturing as well as making this video as a memorable piece of art to cherish. And I hope that you too also loved being with us. Lots of love from us, and we are eagerly waiting for you in our next video. Until then, take care and goodbye from us.